Northwest Rise came to be because I was talking with state education agency staff from all of our states in our region, and they had all expressed this strong desire to better support rural districts in their states. And at the same time, they wanted to take advantage of connecting across the states. At the time, I thought, what can we do to help them with that? And what can we do that's a little different, a little more innovative? That directly touches rural educators and helps them with improvement. I was following the literature, especially what was happening kind of internationally, some innovative things that were happening, and networks kind of popped up to the surface as being a strategy that seemed to be working.
So Northwest Rise is a great partner when it comes to connecting with some of our smaller districts. So we've got 11 districts as of November, this coming November, participating, which is, I think, the most so far, and we're proud of that. But we've got a great partner in the Northwest Rise.
So being a teacher in such an isolated position such as Quinhagak, it makes it difficult because sometimes you just kind of feel like you're stranded, like you're out there alone and there's no one else who's going through maybe these same struggles or hardships that you are.
As the history teacher, as a social studies teacher, there isn't anyone to collaborate with. So when we're looking at our curricula, how do you align your curricula without peers to turn to? We were hoping that this would be the way to address that issue.
And a unique feature about this group is a structure that they've created. And that is something called the job alike groups. And the job alike groups mean if you're a rural teacher and you may be a long way from the nearest school, sometimes from the nearest highway, you can be the honor teacher and you feel like you're the honor teacher in your grade, the honor teacher of your subject. With the job alike groups, you meet teachers who are teaching your subject, might be teaching kids like yours, might be teaching the same grade level as you.
And so one of the best things about NW Rise is the fact that it allows you to connect and collaborate and build with these other educators who are living in the same world that you are, who are going through the same everyday struggles, who are teaching the same lessons, who are trying to, just get across and reach their students like anyone else.
They're reaching out to each other. I was up in Washington recently and ran into one of our network members and he said, yeah, we were just on a Skype with Kelly in Idaho helping us out think about one-to-one devices and using technology in the classroom, and he did a great presentation. We're really energized, we learned so much, and I thought, that's what it's all about, right?
It's grown so much. When we first started, it was very small. There was just a few school districts. I don't even think we had anyone from Alaska at that point. And I wasn't even sure how much it was worth it because there weren't a whole lot of people in my job alike group, and just over the years, more schools have been added, and now when we get together in the job alike groups, there's a bunch of second and first grade and kindergarten teachers that we can all get ideas from and do projects together, and it's grown immensely.
What you see at first is it probably begins a bit like a hub and spoke, because somebody has to call people together, somebody has to decide who's in, who's out. Somebody has to decide all those things at the beginning. So it begins more like a hub and spoke. Over time, I think what we've seen in this network is at first it was for teachers, and then it was with teachers, and now it's predominantly by teachers.
At the beginning, we were sort of as the backbone agency, if you will, for the network. We were the hub, right? Everything was sort of flowing through us. We had to play kind of a strong role in coordinating and planning and connecting people. We've always wanted to be more of a crystalline network, right? Where it wasn't dependent on us being the central figure. And we're really moving in that direction to more crystalline, where schools are reaching out to schools and not mediated by us or necessarily going through us. We still play an important role as being that sort of backbone, but really this network has really become a network that's led by its members.
Is to create essentially professional learning communities for educators in remote rural environments and enabled them to exchange ideas, to develop lesson plans with one another, to connect their students with one another around teaching and learning. And now they're developing a number of very exciting spin-offs. So it's also been leadership development.
Every school is limited. Every school is limited with the resources they have, but when it's pooled together and everybody's helping out a little bit here and there, it becomes a resource within itself.
I would say that Northwest Rise has made an impact with not only myself, but also my students. I think professionally, Northwest Rise has helped me grow and mature just by being able to connect and collaborate with these other educators and kind of, see things from a different perspective that maybe I hadn't thought of before. And with my students, Northwest Rise does a really great job of connecting them and helping them engage with students that are in a different place.
So Northwest Rise has made a difference in my practice because I'm able to collaborate with other teachers outside of my state and in my state.